Have you ever looked in the mirror and suddenly paused? Is that really me? Not because you don't look beautiful, but because you don't quite recognize yourself anymore. That face once radiated confidence. You knew who you were, what you loved, what you wanted. And now you're still you, but it feels like some of that light has dimmed. After 50, there's a quiet kind of sadness many women don't talk about. Your reflection doesn't always reflect the woman you feel inside. You still love beauty, you still have style, but things that once felt so you now feel off. That long hair feels heavy. Your foundation settles into fine lines. False lashes drag your eyes down. The nail color you used to love suddenly feels too bold, too much. And then the questions creep in. Am I doing something wrong? Is this just what happens? Women slowly fade into the background. No. You are not fading. You are evolving. You don't need to look younger. You just need to show up as the elegant, confident, magnetic woman you already are. And this video, it's not about changing who you are. It's about choosing again, with grace, intention, and a style that honors the woman you've become. I've met so many women over 50, still beautiful, still stylish, who only needed a gentle nudge. That worked once, but maybe it's time to let it go. That could still work, just soften a bit, and suddenly it's perfect. In the next part, we'll go through the little details. Hair, lashes, lips, skin, brows. Tiny tweaks that make a world of difference. Because elegance, it never left you, it's just waiting to be seen again. Your face doesn't need to be hidden, it just needs to be understood. Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like something was just off? Not necessarily bad, not exactly wrong, but somehow not quite you anymore. Maybe it's the lighting, maybe it's your makeup, or maybe it's the way you've been treating your face. After 50, a lot of women start to notice this disconnect. The eyes do sparkle like they used to, the lips feel thinner, the skin isn't as even, and strangely enough, the products that used to be your holy grail. Now they feel like a burden. You find yourself asking, am I taking care of my face the wrong way? The answer might be, maybe. But the beautiful part is you can always choose again, this time with more intention, more wisdom, and more grace. Let's talk about lashes. Once upon a time, thick, curled, dramatic lashes were the gold standard. But after 50, our eyes begin to change. Eyelids may start to droop, and the skin around the eyes becomes more delicate. Piling on heavy lashes or clumpy mascara doesn't enhance your eyes anymore. In fact, it can do the opposite, making your gaze look tired, weighed down, even hiding the very spark that connects you with others. And let's be honest, our eyes are where people connect with us first. Try this instead. Opt for soft, wispy lashes or lightweight falsies. Choose a smudge-proof, non-clumping mascara with a slim brush. Don't try to open your eyes with lashes. Open them with a calm, confident gaze that comes from within. Now, let's talk lips. Remember your 30s and 40s, defined lip liner, shiny gloss, you looked vibrant and glowing. But now, your lips may be thinner, the edges are less defined, elasticity fades, so that same bold gloss or thick liner can look disconnected, like it doesn't belong to the same face. What works better now? Use a lip liner close to your natural lip tone, especially the inner part of your lips. Go for tinted balms, soft satin finishes, or creamy mattes. Want a little shine? Just dab a small touch of gloss at the center. That's enough. Direct hit. The goal isn't to make your lips pop. The goal is for them to belong, effortlessly, to you. Foundation. Less is more. One of the most common mistakes women make after 50 is applying more foundation to cover more. But the thicker the coverage, the more flaws it reveals. Foundation settles into fine lines around your eyes, lips, and forehead, and suddenly it feels like you're wearing a mask. One that hides your warmth, your softness, your trustworthiness. Real talk, choose a lightweight foundation, one that feels like a second skin. Use a hydrating primer first to smooth and prep your face. Only conceal what truly needs it, like dark circles, sunspots, or redness around the nose. Don't try to flatten everything. Skin looks best with its natural highs and lows, like a painting with depth and light. Eyebrows, softer is stronger. The trend of sharp, structured, heavily filled brows doesn't suit every face, especially after 50. Too bold, too angular, and your look can become harsh or severe, losing the natural elegance that comes with maturity. Here's the graceful alternative. If your hair is black or silver, choose a soft gray-brown shade, never jet black. Use a fine brush or pencil to create hair-like strokes. Don't fill in the whole brow like a block. The best brows aren't perfectly shaped, they're the ones that balance your face, not overpower it. At this stage in life, your face doesn't need to hide behind anything. It just needs to be seen and cared for in the right way. A sheer, glowing foundation. Delicate, fluttery lashes. Lips that feel like you. Brows that soften and frame without demanding attention. Put together, these little details create a look that's complete but never overdone. Natural, elegant, and unmistakably you. But beauty isn't just about your face. You know what often gives away more than your expression? Your nails, your fragrance, your earrings. One overly long nail. A perfume that's too sweet. Earrings that try too hard. And suddenly, what could have been elegant feels overdone, like you're trying instead of owning it. In the next part, we'll dive into those small, often overlooked details, the finishing touches that tie your entire look together. You'll be amazed at the power of subtlety. It doesn't shout, but it speaks, and people notice. Because elegance, it's not about being seen first, it's about being remembered. Have you ever met a woman dressed beautifully, hair neatly done, flawless makeup, and yet something felt off? You couldn't quite put your finger on it, but the feeling was there. Neon, claw-like nails, a sugary perfume that hits like cotton candy, or a pair of cheap earrings leaving a green stain on her earlobes. Those small details, easily overlooked, can completely shift someone's perception of the elegance you're trying to express. Our hands, for example, are always in view. When we shake hands, hold a teacup, adjust a collar, or place a hand on our heart in a moment of emotion. And yet, so many women over 50 choose nail styles that simply don't align with their stage of life. Long, pointed, cat-like claws. Chunky glitter, rhinestones, or over-the-top art. Egypt polish left untouched. Cartoon characters or overly cute designs. These choices often feel disconnected, even forced. As if you're trying too hard, instead of simply being yourself. Light bulb, a gentle suggestion. Keep nails short to medium length in a classic oval or almond shape. Choose soft, timeless colors, nudes, dusty rose, deep red, or even just a clear gloss. Want a bit of flair? Try a shimmer accent nail or a tiny, tasteful design. Direct hit your nails should complement you, not compete for attention. Let's talk fragrance. It's invisible. But sometimes, it overpowers everything else. Many women remain loyal to sweet scents, vanilla, caramel, bubblegum, simply because they smell nice. But the truth is, overly sweet fragrances can feel more teenager than timeless. Instead, look for scents with maturity and depth. White florals. A soft woods. A musk. Powdery notes, iris or amber. Light bulb, a thoughtful tip. One spritz on the wrist, a dab behind the ears, that's all you need. If you love sweetness, blend it with woodsy or musky base notes for complexity. Don't pick a perfume to impress others. Choose one that makes you feel grounded and confident. Direct hit the most beautiful scent. The one that draws people closer without ever shouting for attention. Jewelry, less is truly more. A delicate earring, a single ring, that's all it takes to shine in the most refined way. But the wrong accessories. Tarnished plating that flakes off. Rings that leave green stains. A pile of mismatched pieces on ears, wrists, and neck all at once. Can instantly downgrade even the most expensive outfit. Light bulb, practical advice. Choose real materials when possible, sterling silver, gold vermeil, stainless steel, or pearls. Stick to quality over quantity. A pair of earrings and one elegant ring can say more than a full jewelry box ever could. And don't forget to clean and care for your pieces, and let go of any that have lost their shine. Direct hit jewelry isn't for decoration. It's a reflection of your taste, thoughtful, mature, and perfectly measured. You don't need to follow trends. You don't need to go over the top to be stylish. Elegance lives in the details. Well-kept hands. A subtle, graceful scent. Tasteful, glowing accessories. These are the things that make people remember you. Not because you were trying to stand out, but because being around you simply felt good. That quiet confidence is what makes a woman unforgettable. You may have perfected your makeup, picked just the right fragrance, chosen the right nail color, but all it takes is a fuzzy old sweater, faded pants, or an overly sculpted hairstyle. And suddenly, your whole look falls short of the graceful image you've built. That's why, in the next section, we'll focus on two of the most powerful elements in your appearance: clothing and hair. How can you look expensive without wearing expensive things? And how can your hair look healthy, modern, and age-appropriate without hours at the salon? The answers are simpler than you think, and they're just around the corner. You could be wearing a designer coat, the latest dress straight from the runway, or stepping out of an upscale salon with a brand new hairstyle. But sometimes, it only takes one wrong detail. A bit of pilled fabric, a visible crease or stiff, shellacked hair, and the entire image you worked so hard to build can fall apart in a moment. For many women over 50, style isn't the problem. The misstep usually isn't about picking the wrong outfit. It's about not keeping that outfit polished after the first wear. And hair. It might feel like second nature by now, but a poorly styled cut can leave you looking disconnected, unnatural, and at times, older than you really are. You could be wearing an expensive cashmere sweater or a classic, beautifully tailored wool dress. But if the chest area is pilling, the sleeves are covered in pet hair, or the skirt still shows creases from a hanger, then what people notice isn't your sophistication. What they see is something much simpler: a lack of care. Light bulb a few smart fixes. Keep a lint roller by the front door. 10 seconds before leaving can make all the difference. Invest in a mini fabric shaver. It works wonders on knits and cardigans. Wash delicate items in mesh bags and inside out to maintain shape and prevent fuzz. Choose wrinkle-resistant fabrics, structured cottons, quality polyester blends, viscose over linen, or thin cashmere. Have pets. Stick to light-colored clothes or lint-repellent fabrics when you cuddle. Direct hit the takeaway: you don't need to buy more to look polished. You just need to care more for what you already own. And then there's your hair. After 50, hair changes. It may thin, soften, lose pigment, and your facial features often become more delicate. Yet many women hang on to the same dramatic styles they wore years ago. Tight, crunchy curls sprayed stiff. Towering volume that never moves. Helmet-like styles that don't shift, bounce, or breathe. The problem isn't that the hairstyle is bad. It just doesn't breathe with you anymore. It doesn't feel real or you. Simple, elegant updates. Try softer styles with movement, like a long bob, light layers, or an angled bob. If you go short, let the ends curve gently around your face instead of sticking out stiffly. Avoid jet black hair dye. Go for cooler browns, salt and pepper blends, or soft chestnut for richness and easier upkeep. Style with your hands and a touch of shine serum. Go light on the hairspray. If your hair is silver or white, don't rush to cover it. When cared for properly, gray hair is incredibly chic. Direct hit bottom line: your hair doesn't need to be bold. It just needs to move with you, soft, natural, and modern. You don't need a closet full of designer pieces. Some women wear H&M and still look like royalty because they know what works and how to wear it well. Foundational rules: less is more. A crisp white shirt, tailored cream pants, and a delicate pair of earrings, effortless and timeless. Fabric matters. Go for structured weaves, twill, textured cotton, premium viscose, and avoid droopy, shapeless materials. Fit beats trend. Skip extremes. Aim for flattering shapes like A-lines, soft tailoring, or lightly fitted silhouettes. Necklines matter. Square, V-neck, or softly raised collars help open up your neckline and frame the face beautifully. Repetition is not a flaw. If a piece makes you feel radiant, wear it again. That's how you know it reflects your best self. Direct hit style isn't about how much you have, it's about how well you know and care for what you choose. After 50, you don't need flashy colors, complicated hairdos, or loud prints to feel relevant. What you need is a hairstyle that complements your features, a wardrobe you care for and wear with intention, and a presence that's tidy, refined, and calm. You can be beautifully dressed, have the perfect lipstick, and wear just the right fragrance. But if you walk into a room with slouched shoulders, eyes that avoid contact, hands fidgeting with your sleeves or hair, people won't see the real you. Because there's something even stronger than your outfit, your presence, your poise, your energy, and that intangible elegance is the final and most important thing we'll explore in the next part. Have you ever seen a woman not wearing anything flashy? No dramatic makeup, no statement jewelry, and yet you just couldn't take your eyes off her. It's not because she's the most beautiful woman in the room. And it's not because she said anything particularly profound. It's because she was fully present in a way that felt effortless, grounded, and completely real. No posing, no pretending, and certainly nothing you can buy. Some call it presence. I call it radiance. And after 50, I truly believe it's the most powerful thing a woman can wear. You can dress perfectly, wear heels, apply your lipstick with precision. But if you walk with rushed steps, shoulders curled, eyes avoiding contact, hands fidgeting with your hair or sleeves, none of that outer beauty will land the way you want it to. Now imagine instead, your back straight, your shoulders relaxed, eyes meeting others with calm intention, a steady, unhurried walk, a slow, thoughtful nod as you listen. Suddenly, you don't need accessories. You become the elegance. Light bulb, something I often notice in women over 50. So many unconsciously fidget, adjusting clothing, touching their hair, hiding their hands. It's a small signal that you don't feel fully at ease in your own skin. And yes, others pick up on it, even if no one says a word. Direct hit a simple practice. Before walking into a room, pause and take a few deep breaths. Place your hands gently on your lap, your glass, or softly clasped together. Not sure what to say, just smile, make eye contact, and hold the silence for a moment. That alone is its own kind of elegance. Many older women also speak too softly, too fast, or preface their thoughts with phrases like, "I'm probably wrong, but..." Don't laugh, I'm just saying. I don't know if this makes sense, but... These habits unintentionally weaken the power of your words, no matter how wise or meaningful they are. Light bulb, try this at home. Slow down your speaking pace by about 10%. Pause slightly after important phrases. Replace "I'm not sure" with "Here's what I think." Use your eyes and silence to connect. You don't need to fill every second with words. Direct hit, your voice doesn't need to be loud. It just needs to carry weight and reflect that you are truly present in every word you speak. A woman with true presence isn't the one talking the most. She's the one who knows when to speak and when to simply be. She knows when to smile, when to hold space, when her silence says more than words ever could. Speech balloon, I once had a client I'll never forget. She rarely spoke at social gatherings. But every time she smiled, the whole room turned toward her. It wasn't because of her clothes or her makeup. It was because she exuded a calm confidence, the kind that made you want to sit closer, just to feel it too. Direct hit, that is the highest form of beauty, not trying to prove anything, just showing up fully, softly, and sincerely. I often tell my clients, style is the packaging, presence is what makes you unforgettable. And what destroys presence isn't wrinkles or gray hair. It's the sense that a woman is trying to be someone she's not. When you stop trying to look younger, stop apologizing for your age, stop performing just to please others, that's when you truly arrive. With a quiet kind of confidence that doesn't need to explain itself. Together we've explored eyes, lips, skin, brows, hair, nails, fragrance, a jewelry, wardrobe, And now,